breaking news. Welcome to today's headlines. Work with what is lawful, remove personal biases. Ibn Abu Dixon speaks. Work with what is lawful, remove personal biases. Ibn Abu Dixon speaks. To my dear listeners, from wherever you're listening from, please stay tuned as I read today's news. The fate of the embattled proscribed indigenous leader of the people of Biafra IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, is being decided by the Supreme Court. An Abuja appeal court had stayed its execution of its earlier order, acquitting him of all charges and ordering his release from detention. Nnamdi Kanu has been detained by the DSS since his arrest through extradition from Kenya since June 2021. As a human being, you are liable to make mistakes, and that mistake you have made should not swallow you if you are ready to make amends. These were the submissions of broadcast journalist Ibn Abu Dixon said on Journalist Hangout. She pleaded with the federal government not to make any mistake with the issues surrounding Nnamdi Kanu, as it is becoming very volatile and the least mistake could rock the nation. We must use extreme caution and work within the confines of the law. The law should be understood to be a yes for a yes and a no for a no, with no back and forth. Respect for the rule of law is one of the fundamental criteria for a thriving democracy. Speaking further on respect for the rule of law, Associate Editor of The Nation, Adekule Yusuf said, the situation was indeed a very difficult one. According to him, issues concerning the proscribed IPOB leader are not treated as ordinary cases by the government. The court have helped Nigeria. The Kanu case is a very complicated case. The best way out is not what the government is currently doing. The best way out is the political solution. Nigeria needs healing, and our citizens are not happy. He added that the court is helping Nigeria, but Nigeria is not helping itself. Mr. Yusuf said the country does not need a situation where the polity will be heated up. Mrs. Ibn Abu stated that the government should act in a way that people who are watching would respect our laws. if our leader could easily kick against the law, the verdict of a court of law, then what do you think is going to happen to a common citizen? We need to remove personal biases from this situation. Let us work with what is lawful. If the apex court says discharge and acquit, so be it. Anything contrary to that is an embarrassment of to Nigeria which we do not want. Mr. Yusuf noted that currently in Igbo land, a vibrant section of the land shut down, and we have a government in Nigeria that is not concerned at a time where the economy is already almost dead. The leader needs to be properly integrated, and whatever the offenses of Nnamdi Kanu can be handled in political discussions, political engagement, political solutions, not the court, Adekunle said. The fate of the embattled proscribed indigenous leader of the people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, is being decided by the Supreme Court. An Abuja appeal court had stayed its execution of its earlier order, acquitting him of all charges and ordering his release from detention. Nnamdi Kanu has been detained by the DSS since his arrest through extradition from Kenya since June 2021. As a human being, you are liable to make mistakes, and that mistake you have made should not swallow you. To my dear listeners, now we've come to the end of our today's news.